Okay, so the initials of lesson 3, 声母. So in lesson 3, we learned a new group of initials called 基, 七, and 西. Okay, let's read again. 基, 七, 西. Okay, and we learned in last section, this group of initials, these are all surface, right? We use the surface of the tongue to against a certain part of the mouth to make these initials, make this sound, right? So the surface. And comparing to the other two groups we have learned in lesson 2, 滋, 呲, 丝, and 知, 吃, 诗, 日. So these two groups of initials, like when we make this pronunciation, we use the tip of the tongue to against a certain part of the mouth, right? So don't forget the difference between these groups. Okay, 基, 七, 西, so surface, and 滋, 呲, 丝, 知, 吃, 诗, 日, the tip of the tongue. Okay, and we learned two groups of finals in lesson 3, right? 韵母 finals, 韵母. So they are respectively begin with E and begin with Ü, right? So let's make a review of the finals of lesson 3. Please read together. 呀, 耶, 腰, 忧, 焉, yang, yung, 约, yuan, yun. Okay, so these two groups of finals, they are respectively begin with E and Ü. So we have a mini spelling in each group. So don't forget to always to read these as a whole. Okay, so finals. And then we have new spelling rules of lesson 3, because we just learned two groups of finals begin with E and begin with Ü, right? So we have special writing rules for these finals. So if there's a non-initial plus finals begin with E, like ya, ye, yao, etc. So when writing, we change the letter I into Y. Okay, so we write in this way, ya, ye, yao, etc. But in these writings, don't forget the letter Y represent for the letter I, in fact. Okay, so this Y is not just a writing symbol. This Y actually is the final E. Okay, and similarly, if there's a non-initial plus, the finals begin with Ü, like Yue, Yuan, Yun. So when writing, according to the writing rules, so first we add a letter Y, and then we remove the two dots of Ü, change this Ü into U. Okay, so when writing, we write in this way, right? Yue, Yuan, Yun. And this Y is just a writing symbol, similar to this writing rules, to this one, right? Non-initial plus Ü. Okay, and this letter U looks like a U, but actually this is Ü. So this could be confusing. Don't forget this, okay? So in these writings, this letter U, although looks like U, actually it's Ü, okay? So these are two writing rules, spelling rules in lesson 3, okay? And then we make a practice, okay? We make a practice of tones, 声调, okay? 声调. So 声调 are very important. So we will practice in each lesson for the tones, okay? So first we review, make a review of the 4 tones, the first tone, second tone, and the fourth tone, okay? So for the first tone is very high and flight. The first tone is the highest tone among the 4 tones, okay? So if you read like a ma, So we'll read like ma for the first tone, and second tone like upcoming tone, ma, third tone lowest, ma, and fourth tone like downcoming tone, okay, ma. Okay, let's read again, ma, 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 ma. Okay, so these are the tones, okay. Okay, now let's make practice in our textbook, okay. Page 18, please. Page 18. So in lesson 3, there is a practice like reading the 4 tones. You can see it's here, okay. Reading for the 4 tones. Now I will like play the recording of this part. So please read after the recording. Read after the recording. And try to practice reading the 4 tones by yourself, okay? So you can see for each group, there's like a 一声, 二声, 三声, 四声, the first tone, second tone, third tone, and the fourth tone, okay? And there is some like missing, like tones, some blank here. The reason why there's like a blank, because in like the Mandarin Chinese, so there's no such pronunciation on this certain tone, okay? So for example, like 九, and there's no second tone 九 in the Mandarin Chinese, okay? And similarly for this group, 秋, 九, 九, and 秋, there's no such pronunciation for the fourth tone in Chinese, okay? So this is why there's like a missing, there's a blank. Okay, now please listen to the recording and repeat, okay? And try to practice pronouncing the 4 tones.
2. 唱读4声，鸡、吉、己、记、居、局、举、句、教、嚼、角、叫、家、夹、甲、架、揪、九、就、接、结、解、借、七、齐、起、气、区、渠、取、去、秋、求、糗、千、钱、浅、欠、枪、强、抢、呛、清、情、请、庆、西、习、喜、系、虚、徐、许、序、兴、行、醒、性、歇、斜、写、谢、消、小、小、笑、薛、学、雪、血。
Okay, so this is the exercise 2, like practicing the 4 tones. Okay, let's continue with 2 other like tone exercise, okay? So the next one, listen and discriminate the tones and choose the one you hear in each pair, okay? So this is another one for the tone practice. So we have like several pairs, right? You can see in each pair. So the only difference between the 2 pinyin syllable is the tone, okay? So you can see in each pair. So the only difference between 2 syllables is the tone, okay? So please focus on the tones and choose the one you hear, okay? So for each one, I will read it 2 times, and you circle the one you hear, okay? Now let's begin. The first line, okay, the first line. 月，月， 家家起起学学 Okay, let's move to the second line. Please listen carefully and choose the one you hear. 雨雨就就钱钱西西 Okay, next line, the third line. 影影金金去去写写 Okay, next line. 又又金金请请行行 Okay, the last line. Okay, this line. 烟烟酱酱球球小小 Okay, now please check the answers. Did you get the correct answers? So the one highlighted, okay? So I mean the one like written in red color is the one I just read, okay? Okay, so let's read again for all these pairs. So I will read both the pinyin syllables in each pair and you can make comparison, okay? And for like the first one, there's like fourth tone and the first tone. Okay, so we will read both the two pinyin syllables and make a comparison. Okay, so please read together. Read after me, please. 月约家驾七起学穴雨鱼酒就钱浅西细应影金锦去取谢写又有进经请清行性烟盐姜酱秋球小笑 Okay, so this is just another one of tone practice. Okay, let's make another tone practice. Okay, so this one is listen and add the tone marks. Okay, so you can see in all these pinyin syllables there's a missing tone. Right, this is not neutral tone actually. There's a missing tone, right? So please listen carefully and write down the tone, which tone you hear, okay? So for each syllable, I will read it 2 times, okay? So please listen carefully. The first line, okay? 记 记 Next one. 尖 尖 Next one. 醒 醒 Okay, next one. Next line. 辖辖请请君君 Okay, next line, the third line. 去去酒酒囧囧 Okay, the last line. 学 学教教选选 Okay, so please check the answers. Okay, please check the answers. Like, did you get the correct tone? Okay, we'll read again for all the pinyin syllables with the tone mark. Okay, please check by yourself. 季间醒霞请君去九迥学教选 Okay, let's make a pause.